but I tend to.
Yeah, no, final thoughts. We've been following every Monday. I get excited because Strategy, formerly known as MicroStrategy, releases the weekly report on how many Bitcoin they bought the previous week. But there are some concerns that selling shares to buy Bitcoin and then using, when Bitcoin goes higher, the ability to then sell more shares to buy it. Does that take away from the legitimacy, or do you think that putting that on your balance sheet, the way Strategy has done and Michael Saylor has done, is in fact a good use of how you think about Bitcoin as a store of value?
Well, financial institutions in many cases are prohibited from by charter buying something like Bitcoin directly. And so this is a great way for institutional capital through the public markets, through a public equity, to get Bitcoin exposure that may not be able to do so otherwise. Certainly there was room for what Michael Saylor and Strategy has done here. One of the problems you have is that there's now 34 what we call DATs, digital asset treasury sort of public companies. And, I think as a whole, that has had a negative impact on the market. And I think that probably by February of next year, you'll see some of those businesses blow up, which will also have a negative impact on the market. But clearly, for Michael Saylor and Strategy, the first to market, clearly his debt doesn't have some of the same risks that some of the others that followed in his footsteps have.